All right, so the LILJ is back with a Winter League edition of the weekly Crossbar. Ellis Joshua and Coach Wink here. And Coach Wink, it's been a minute since we've done the podcast, but we have a big weekend coming up, really starting this Thursday, actually, as the LILJ Winter League is back. So thought we had to bring another podcast back as we get ready to hit the ground running here for the biggest Winter League on Long Island. But Coach Wink, how you doing here this afternoon?
Doing well, Ellis. Very excited about getting back out there to watch the great players from Long Island, both boys and girls. Got 60 teams this winter, both varsity boys, varsity girls, JV boys, JV girls, and in addition, middle school girls this year. So we're going to see a lot of great lacrosse players live streamed through the LI Sports Network. So I'm excited. I'm excited to get it out there and get these kids' names out to the public and let everybody know about the great lacrosse on Long Island.
Yeah, it is going to be great. And again, it's starting this Thursday. So we're just 2 days away from the opening set of games for the LILJ Winter League. But just kind of going through this podcast, Coach Wink, just kind of wanted to get a chance to preview the league, maybe go through the teams and the different pools and the different divisions on both the boys and girls side, and also present the website to everyone. I know for those that have players that participated in the league last year, they're of course very familiar with the Score Break website, but we do have a lot of new teams and a lot of new players that are entering the league this year. So just kind of want to take a chance to really go through the website and kind of show all the different tools and the different features on the Score Break website for the league, because there's a lot of cool stuff that goes with the LILJ Winter League. So let me present my screen here just so that we can kind of go through the website as we go through the podcast here.
Yeah, one of the cool things about the website is we partner with Score Break, which is, basically the number one film share in the college game. Well, a lot of the Division I schools use Score Break to break up their film, utilize it for offense, defense, transition, man up, man down. As you can see, we've now married that. This is this year's, and the kids are starting to send in their photos. I put in about 280 photos over Thanksgiving weekend, which was cool. We're still waiting for people to fill out the Google form that we sent out so we can get everybody's headshots or action shots in their picture. But it's kind of cool because everybody gets a little bit like I guess I call it a baseball card. Obviously, it's a lacrosse card. If you click on one of the players, Al, if a kid played like Aaliyah Leonard, who played last year, and you click on her, you'll get to see, it'll scroll. Let me see where it is.
Hang on one sec.
Yeah, no clips for this year.
Yeah, this is this year, but I could go back to the 24-25 league and we can kind of see.
Yeah, we got to make sure all the games are up there.
So this is last year. So I'll just click on a player, for example. Then people can see what it looks like.
Yeah, Kat Ratjen, who's at Florida State right now. Right here, she's crushing it. She led the league in scoring.
Yeah, so we can tap on her goals. So
now it's Ratjen again.
Every clip of every stat that's recorded is on the player's profile.
Yeah, it's incredible. This is incredible because they could also clip it, send it to themselves, use it for highlight film. And, obviously we run a lot of events and we get highlight film. I just looked at about 1,400 young ladies for our Juniors Open event. And there were a lot of Long Island kids that were using, your clips in their highlight film, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, it's so easy. I mean, like you said, the fact that you can just download the clip, so you have it on your device. I mean, so many players, like you said, they take the film and their highlights from the Winter League and they'll turn it into highlight reels that go on their Sports Recruits page. So it's such a valuable tool, for the Winter League, that everything is live streamed and recorded and right there at the fingertips of all these players.
Yeah, and it's not just goals and assists. It's caused turnovers, it's loose balls, which is LBs, ground balls. So you get to see it all. And one of the things that I thought was really cool is college coaches are using this, and using the data. One coach used assist to
All
turnover
right, so we're
ratio.
live here.
And when you do assist to turnover ratio, you get to see, here's a perfect example. Rathjen had 12 assists to 3 turnovers in the league. So,
yeah, that's huge. And of course, when you're an attacker and the ball's in your stick a lot, like that's the kind of assist to turnover ratio you're looking for.
Yeah, and the cause turnovers is obviously in the ride game,
Yep.
ground balls, her shots. Look at shots on goal, 24 out of 29. That's a ridiculous shooting percentage.
That's absurd.
And it's funny, but like this league was last December and January. Obviously, St. Anthony's had another epic year, winning the national championship again. And Kat was one of the leading scorers on that team. If you go, let's click through. If you want to click through just to some of the top programs, it's what was incredible is we got to see all these great kids. Cold Spring Harbor won another state championship. They played in this league. Bayport won another state championship. They played in this league. Garden City lost in the championship of the states by 2 goals. Sayville lost in a county championship. So like they use this as a way, one, to get, going early, but also to evaluate their talent and to input things.
It's a great preview for the teams going into the high school season. Like it's a way for the coaches to evaluate what their potential lineups will look like for the spring season. It's also a chance for players that may be battling to potentially be in their rotation during the high school season to showcase themselves in the winter league. So it's definitely utilized for that too. And like you were saying, it's really no coincidence that you see the correlation between the teams that ended up going on deep runs during the high school season. And a lot of those teams were the ones that were participants in the winter league.
Yeah, and click on Team 91 Roar, which last year was an 8th grade team. This year they're in 9th grade. They're a 2029 team. This is a very high level club team. And when you click on their roster a second, Al, when you look at this, you got a kid like Diorio who's going to be at Southside playing varsity. That kid's an absolute stud. This is her. She probably only played in 1 game. She was injured last year. When you scroll through it, you'll see Griever, who's at St. Anthony's, right? 21 points in the league. This year, they're going to be playing in the varsity division of the club league. You got a kid like, keep going. You got Novelli's little sister, who's at St. Anthony's. Gentili, great defender here. Gentili, who's a goalie at St. Anthony's. Oblage, another West Islip Oblage. Iowanu, who's at Cold Spring Harbor. She's going to probably have to get some major minutes this year because they graduated so much this year. Addie Fox, who was a stud at Oyster Bay, who now went to St. Anthony's. Ava Robinson, who's only a 30th. I mean, college coaches are going to be drooling on that kid when they get to watch that kid. Yeah, click on Ava. What did Ava do last year in the league? Yeah, 21
goals, 28 shots on goals, 26 ground balls.
This kid's an animal.
It's
exciting. I get excited. I know you do. You get to watch every game. Obviously, I don't get to watch as much as you do. Yeah, and you can see how the 25-26 is in there. That'll be this year's stats. So you can kind of follow their growth. College coaches will be able to utilize this to follow their growth and click on them and really evaluate them in depth, which, a lot of the events that we run, we use the score break system. And the reason we do is because it helps so many kids find their homes at the next level and gives college coaches an opportunity to evaluate them like now in December and January when they're sitting on their couches and really got nothing going on.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, just the amount of resources that are provided through this website that are beneficial for so many people, whether it's the players or the college coaches. I mean, it really doesn't get better than this.
Yeah, and it's funny. Every year you try to get better in whatever you do, and I had a bunch of conversations with a bunch of the coaches, and one of the things we did this year is we kind of put together a AAA, AA, and A bracket, hoping that we put like-minded teams in each bracket so the games are competitive because you get the most out of that.
Exactly. Yeah, like no one really benefits from getting like a 15-2 type of game, whether you're the winning side or the losing side. So yeah, why don't we let me go back here. Let me go to this year's league, and then we can just kind of go through the different brackets.
Yeah. So I we try to do the best job possibly. Obviously, we can't predict everything, but like you have the JV league. These are all JV teams.
Let's go to conference. Here we go. So this is JV Pool 1 here. So you have Bayport, you have the GC Tradition 29s, you have Team 91 Roar.
No, that's not Roar. That's I think
Thunder. Sorry, not Roar. Thunder. Then you have Ward Melville JV, the Legacy 2030s, and the YJ are known 2030s.
Yeah, so like that's six really good high level JV teams. Look, then you got the Jesters. It's Coach Pareca from Stony Brook coaches.
Yep.
Manhasset's JV Coach Lapp coaches. Tsunami is all Darien kids from Connecticut. YJ Curcio is a 7th grade high level club team. What's that team? Is that Frenzy?
Yes, this is Team 91 Frenzy, the 30s.
Yep, and the West Hampton JV. So these are all high-level teams competing against each other. I think you're going to see really competitive games. I'm really excited to see how the JV brackets. This is our middle school bracket. These are all club teams that are high-level 31 and 32 teams, which will compete in the middle school bracket.
Yeah, YJ Hoschel, YJ.
Click on GC Tradition a second. Their circle, Ellis, we got time because GC's so loaded before these kids get to the varsity.
Yeah, we got a couple years, but it'll go by quick. Listen,
it was like yesterday.
We'll be seeing them.
Yeah, you got the kid McDonough, who's an absolute stud. The kid Bennett, keep going, and then Claire Colin, right? These kids, that circle. It's funny. I remember with these kids when they were like 4th grade. They're already in 7th grade.
Yep.
It's crazy. Exciting though. Exciting to get to see them play. We'll be statting them up. These kids will start building highlight films early, and hopefully it helps all these kids in their goals and really about development. Hopefully they'll watch it and work on their game and try to keep developing and getting better. You know what I mean? Now we'll go to the varsity division. Look at this loaded AAA. Garden City, Darien, Northport, and Bayport. Oh my God.
That is a loaded bracket right there.
And then you got Manhasset, West Hampton, St. Anthony Seniors, and Sayville.
Yeah, do not be surprised to see these teams in the spring season going on deep playoff runs, whether it's county championships, LICs, potential state championships. Do not be surprised.
Yeah, and St. Anthony's is going for a three-peat in the national championship.
That's right.
So, and I know their schedule for high school very well, and it is loaded. They are playing.
Can't wait.
If you're a mom and dad of a young girl and you want to go see, St. Anthony's is playing Penfield state champs from upstate, Victor state champs from upstate, IMG national power from Florida. I mean, and they're all playing those 3 games at St. Anthony's. So I strongly suggest when their schedule comes out, you check it out and bring your daughter to go watch that, because that is some high-end lacrosse.
Potential LILJ games of the week?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I plan on trying to get to as many games this year. What did you say we covered last year?
So in total, we had 217 games covered from the start of the regular season all the way through to the state championships.
Wow.
217.
That's awesome. And we'll be sending out information about how we could do some live streaming games for different high school programs We'll get that information out to everybody. We should make sure. Let's make sure we get that information to Christian so we can get it on these live streams, so that the high school programs can start figuring out, if they want. I mean, we're going to do some games of the week that we do that comes from the LILJ budget.
Right.
But there's also ways for programs to have the LILJ send our teams there and cover, live stream it, and do the social media and stuff, which I think will be really cool. We did it last year. I don't know. How many games did we do last year? We did a bunch.
Yeah, I think in total, when you combine the LILJ games of the week and then the games where teams reached out to us to stream, I think we did 13 streamed games, either 13 or 14.
That's awesome. Yeah, we're going to be doing more of that. We'll do being boys and girls. Let's jump over to the boys side. Let's finish the brackets. I'm sorry. I'm getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So we'll finish the girls. Yeah. So still in the varsity, now in the AA pool. So pool 1, we have the St. Anthony's 27s. We have Ward Melville, Wantagh, Harborfields. Then in pool 2 for AA, we have Floyd, Comswag, ESM, and Southside. So definitely in line to have some good matchups in the AA pool. And then in the single A varsity pool, in pool 1, we have Comac, Rocky Point, the YJ Majet 2028s, and Sacred Heart. And then in pool 2, we have Smithtown East. We have the St. Anthony's 2028s, Mount Sinai, and the Excelsior free agent team.
And those games, those teams, I believe all of those teams are playing Thursday night. They're opening up the season. Scroll up, I think.
Yeah. Well, let me go. I'll go to the schedule here. And then Thursday, December 4th.
Yeah, there they are. So the last 4 games of the night are all that varsity A bracket.
Yep.
Get an early look at them. I love it. And then there's some JV teams. And they'll be these will all be live streamed. We're going to be sending out the LA Sports Network. We'll send out the email and get it out on Soch. So for you people who just like lacrosse and want to watch it, or for your kids, your grandkids, or if you're a college coach and you're looking for 27s, still 26s, obviously the 28s are now starting to get recruited.
Oh,
so
yeah.
you'll have the opportunity to sit back at home and watch this. The rosters are on the website, so you'll know who you're looking at. You just click on the rosters. You can print them. Go right to the team, pick a team, and you can print their roster. Just click on a team a second. I'll show them how to do the roster. There's Comac. You go up, boom, and there's their roster. And there you go. And you got the 28s. You see the kids. I know Comac's got a really good one in Arizona's. They got a bunch of really good kids. I'm really excited. UConn got a great defender in Sarah Frank.
Yes, they did.
So congrats to her and congrats to UConn. Absolute steal for UConn. That kid is an absolute dog. And
yeah, she's been crushing it for Comac the last couple of years.
Yeah, and it's cool. So there's an opportunity for college coaches to utilize the downtime and to get some of these kids on their radar. And for the 27s, they can literally watch. I mean, you can go in there and watch every kid, and you can check if they're uncommitted. It's so easy today to find out. You put the kid's name in, you put sports recruits, and boom,
yeah,
you know if the kid's committed.
Yeah, so we have, just finishing up here, the different brackets and the pools on the girls' side. So on the varsity club side, we have the FLG 2028s. We have YJ Gagan, that's the 2027s. The YJ Friedman 29s, and the GC Tradition 2028s. Then in pool 2, we have another free agent team, top tier. Then we have YJ Baps, the 2030s, Team 91 Roar, and Team 91 Avalanche.
Yeah, so this is a club division that we set up this year for varsity. And then if we jump into the boys side, you'll get to see this is your JV division.
Yeah, we got Legacy Taz, the 29s, St. Anthony's, the sophomores, the 2028s. We have the Rebels 2029 team, the Shore to Shore Trojans. So those are a bunch of Garden City boys, and also Legacy Taz, the 2030s.
Yeah, these are the high level kids in the basically 8th and 9th grade. And there's even, there's some 10th graders in there. There's your varsity division. 2 St. Anthony's teams, Melville, Huntington, Kellenberg, and Hills.
Yeah, this year there will be a new champion in the boys varsity league.
That's right, because the Chaminade team decided not to play Winter League. They got a new coaching staff, and I guess he wants to get to know his boys before he decides to do anything extracurricular.
Yeah, so the boys league, it's going to be fun. Boys will be starting up on Saturday. So those games will get started Saturday at 4 o'clock. We can kind of just go through the schedule for the first weekend here.
Yeah, you got the JV boys first, 3 games, and then I think you got 4? Yeah, you got 4. No, 3. 3 varsity games, both days, Saturday and Sunday. Long days, baby. 7 in the morning start, 8:30 end on Saturdays and Sundays.
Hey, you know the deal. December, January, that's our home, Stony Brook Indoor.
That's right.
I think the bed's already set up for me out there, so I think we're good.
Yeah, we got a cot going, absolutely. We got to move you to Suffolk County if you're gonna save on the gas and tolls. There's no tolls, thank God.
Go Sharks.
Is that why you're wearing your Suffolk shirt? Yeah, it's good. So the boys won't be playing the weekend after because there's a huge IMLCA event that a lot of these kids go to. So we give them a weekend off and then they come back at it. So the league's getting going and we're excited about it. We'll be talking about the talent and, we'll jump on a podcast. Let's try to go on once a week so we can talk about the great games that we're going to be seeing.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm going to look to try to keep up with the write-ups as well, doing the weekly recaps of the league, also the top 10 plays from the boys and the girls side each week in the league. Of course, too, at the league after each game, we do the POGs. So those will also get posted all throughout the day on the LILJ Instagram stories. So it's going to be great. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, we got POG shirts. And then I just spoke with Chick-fil-A. We got a Chick-fil-A player of the game where they'll get a little meal card, which is kind of cool.
Let's go. Running it back with Chick-fil-A.
You got to love Chick-fil-A. What a great, the Smithtown Comac stores are excellent stores and big lacrosse fans, and we appreciate their support.
Absolutely. So I think that's going to wrap up this episode of the Weekly Crossbar podcast. Just doing a little preview and a sneak peek of the LILJ Winter League. Again, it gets started this Thursday evening. So we are back. LILJ Winter League 25-26 edition. Cannot wait. But that's going to do it for this episode of the Weekly Crossbar podcast. Ellis Joshua and Coach Wink signing off. And thanks for everyone that tuned in. And we'll see you all starting on Thursday evening.
Have a good night.